Hello lovelies, today we have a very fun video planned all about fall shoe trends, specifically what to avoid and what to wear instead. And along with diamonds, shoes are a girl's best friend because they always fit us. And if they don't, then something has gone very wrong. I have had moments when my shoes don't fit and it's very concerning. Shoes are a category that I never feel bad about spending money on. We all need them. Not only are they functional, but they tend to last a few seasons as well. And that is the lens that I use when culling through some of these trends that are going to pass the test of time and serve you this year and the next. The first trend to be cautious of and potentially avoid is the fold-over trend, because I feel like it's not super practical and I think it's hard to find different pants to wear with. Just to prove it to myself, I did order these boots from Anthropologie and they're right here. I've tried them on to see how I felt about them. Love the suede. Suede is another big trend for 2024 overall in coats and jackets, bags, and shoes. So there was a lot to love about this boot. Not only does the midi length just cut my leg off, this kind of fold over cut just does something weird in my stomach. I can't put my finger on it. I feel like it just reminds me of like a mushroom or just, I don't know, there's something about these boots that just rubs me the wrong way. Let me know if you're a lover of these or you're not. I feel like they're kind of like the barrel jeans of boots. Like you're either like gonna be all about it or you're just like, oh. Instead of the fold over trend, go with a very classic knee-high boot. One of my favorite boots of all time. I have so many knee-high boots because I feel like they go with everything. So many different varieties depending on your lifestyle and your own personal style. I love like a flat equestrian riding boot to really carry into the English countryside aesthetic, or even one with a little bit of a heel. There's a couple of boots that I just got in. This is a slight slouch, and slouchy boots are extremely trendy for 2024, and most of them come in a knee-high boot, but you see some that are also kind of like halfway down your calf. Just depends on your preference. For me, I like a knee-high boot because it tends to elongate my legs a little bit more. When I start going mid-calf, I feel like it starts to shorten my legs a little bit. It's a beautiful brown color that goes with so many of the chocolate tones and camels that we're seeing for fall. And not only is it a very affordable boot, but it's also square toe, which is another big trend for 2024 as well. So this is a boot that I'm really excited to wear. I literally just got it yesterday. And we have this classic riding boot. This one is by Kate. I get a lot of questions about this boot. I'll make sure to link a similar one below, but there's a few that I would recommend above and beyond this boot because this tends to be really uncomfortable. It just kind of keeps hitting your shin back and forth, so I don't recommend this one. J. Crew has one at a fraction of the price that looks just as elegant and very much an equestrian style. Better for budget and also better for comfort as well. Another thing that we're really seeing overall is the Kitten heel, and there's a couple of pairs of boots that I really like. One of them is by Inez. It's from last year and they still have it available. They have it also in a few different colors, like a metallic bronze that goes with everything. Literally in my cart right now. I haven't gotten it because I feel like I need to be in the throes of fall to like push the button, but I do have this exact same boot in a black, and I wore it all of last season, fall and winter. It's a great boot that goes with so many different outfits, from elegant to casual, underneath jeans with slip skirts. It's just a great versatile boot. And this is another one that I really like that is by Franco Sardo. It's really comfortable. It reminds me of the Marfa Kate boot, a designer boot that's very pricey. Same kind of streamlined heel that we're seeing a lot, and just a little bit more elegant. The next trend to avoid are those furry shoes that we're seeing literally everywhere, and they're coming in the form of like actual fur on the shoe. Like, remember a few years back when the Gucci loafer had fur kind of sticking out of the back of it? And I love those so much. I never got some, but I love them. I'm taking this a step further, and they're putting fur kind of like all over the shoe, and not just fur, but fringe as well. If it's speaking to you, go and sweep the streets of your city with your shoes. If you like the idea of having volume in your shoe, then I would consider something like this that is like a boot with a fringe, just something that still has that kind of fun, slightly furry look, but just can be a little bit more functional. These are actually like 5 years old. I don't wear them that much because all of this so that fringe and kind of Western vibe speaks to you, then just go for the Western boot. Western boots have a huge range in terms of all the way from very cowgirl, I own a horse and I'm from Texas. That would be me. I don't own a horse, but I'm from Texas. Also, I would love to hear where you're from. And those boots would be something like this, where a genuine cowboy boot. These are by Rocky's Rebels. They're made in Montana. These are from Mescalero. Very popular. They were a bestseller from my video of how to wear Western boots. If you want more of an in-depth styling guide on how to wear Western boots, that's a great video to watch. And then we have boots like the Fry boots that are a little bit more central. very much an honest to goodness Western boot. They're not quite as dramatic as the ones that I just showed you. Then we also have what I call the gateway Western boot, which is a type of boot that has a lot of elements of a Western boot, but you can still get away with not fully being identified as a Western boot. And I would call this boot by Blondo one of those boots that is a little bit more ambiguous. Like, it could be English countryside, it could be Ralph Lauren. This is a pair from Amazon that I recently found, and it's under $50. It's a great starter boot as well if you don't want to spend a lot of money. There's a lot of Western elements. There's the curves here and the little design, but it's still also a boot that is easy to wear with a lot of different outfits and not be super self-conscious about being like, I'm a cowgirl. Now, if you're ready to really go for it, this is a really fun pair from Franco Sarto as well. I literally just got it yesterday. Red is the hot color for fall 2024. And this is a great length, even though I don't usually like midi boots. This is a great length to wear underneath your jeans because it doesn't create that weird kind of like fold that happens sometimes when you can see this kind of popping through your jeans. So if you don't want to wear them over your denim because you don't like skinny jeans or straight legs, and you want to wear your boots under a boot cut jean or even a wide leg, then it's a great length to wear in your boots in general. By the way, before we get to the next shoe trend, I want to show you this bag because I think it can really serve you for fall 2024. It's a beautiful bag by Anthropologie. It's a vegan slouchy bag. It's a lot like the road bag that we see on celebrities everywhere. That one I think is like $2,400. This one is $98. And I got it in a forest green, which is one of my favorite colors. It's so beautiful. But then yesterday when I went into the store, I saw the camel version. And so now I don't know whether to keep this one. I think I'm a little bit unsure of what to do, but it's super spacious. It's got a little button here to contain your belongings. It's also got a compartment inside, a little wallet that you can stick in there. It's super buttery soft, so I really can't recommend this bag enough if you're looking for a very modern silhouette that is really relevant, but you don't want to break the bank. This is a great bag. By the way, if you learned something in this video, I hope you hit the subscribe button. I'm Ziba, and I'm a stylist here on YouTube and on Instagram as well. Covered New York and Paris fashion weeks for years. Also just a mom that just needs to get dressed in the morning. If that sounds good to you, please hit the subscribe button. I would so appreciate it. Third trend to skip is the glove shoe. To me, this looks like your foot got swallowed up. And unless you're in the ER, you're a doctor and you need your foot covers, this is your look for your professional life. I feel like it shortens your legs and it doesn't do anything to your outfit. I know that so many luxury brands have a pair like this. For example, the Kate mesh flats is kind of what put this shoe silhouette on the map. I'm always trying to make my legs look longer. And now instead of these, shoes that are gonna elongate your legs are T-bar or Mary Jane shoes that just pull it up a little bit more. And there's the little trick to the eye that will help elongate your legs and just looks so much more flattering and classic. Mary Janes have been in style now for maybe like 2 to 3 years. So many different styles like the Paula Babies from Cezanne, and also a couple of others that I'll show you here that I've worn before that just feel very sophisticated, luxurious, and more grown up. The other shoes that also help elongate your legs are the platform loafers. And so I don't really like the super chunky, kind of Prada loafers of like 2019. I'm talking more of like the Gucci platforms that just are really fun. They give you a lot of height. And there's also a lot of different better for budget shoe brands that are recreating the silhouette. Loafers are a closet staple. They're always in style. Many of you are going to disagree with me, but number 4 is the shoes that are missing the heel, that are just the kind of the slides. Unless you live somewhere down south, to me, this is not a fall shoe. And not only that, but I find that with most of these shoes, I'm constantly having to watch that my foot doesn't slip out while I'm walking. And that automatically makes me lose confidence. And when you lose confidence, then your whole look suffers, because confidence is literally 80% of your outfit. The way that you move in it, your presence, how you show up dressed, that is most of the overall look. The rest is just details. So if you're uncomfortable, wondering if your foot's gonna slip out on the next step you take, then it's just a no for me. And I recommend, if you like this dainty heel, slingback shoe, which has been very trendy all year, even I think as back as 2023, and kitten heels, of course. So sometimes we see these mixed up together, slingbacks with a kitten heel, and sometimes it's just a kitten heel alone with just a full shoe. But the slingbacks just tend to be so comfortable because your ankle is comfortably in there. It doesn't hit in the back and create blisters. They look very elegant and classic, and they elevate every look. So I really love the look of slingbacks. I have this pair here that's very affordable. It's actually from Amazon. I got them last winter and I love them. They are the cherry red / burgundy color that we're seeing everywhere. And I can't recommend these enough. I've worn these so much this year and they're super comfortable. The fifth trend that I think you should skip is the boat shoes. I think the boat shoes just make me feel like a dad, like a New England old money dad, which it could be worse. It could be definitely worse, but I don't want to feel like a New England old money dad. And so I think that there's a lot of functionality, works in the elements, and there's a lot to love for a shoe that can weather the storm. If you're like me and like to elevate your outfits, and sometimes you're wearing something very simple and you want your shoe to do a lot of the hard work, then an over-the-knee boot is a great boot because you can wear them under skirts and maxi dresses and have them provide a lot of warmth. Last year what I did was wear my over-the-knee boots with a maxi shirt dress and unbuttoned it a little bit so that you could see that I was wearing the over-the-knee boots. So it was kind of like best of both worlds because I was warm. You could see that it was a style and it was kind of a layer within the dress. And also wear them, of course, with riding pants. Equestrian style is very trendy for 2024. Straight leg or skinny jeans. It's a classic way to wear these boots. There's a lot of talk about the outdated way of wearing skinny jeans and over-the-knee boots, including wearing like the infinity scarf and the plaid poncho and the floppy hat and the Gucci belt, which if that's your style, then that's your style. And it's amazing to have a signature style. So many ways to wear over-the-knee boots, whether that's with mini dresses, maxi dresses and skirts like I mentioned, or the skinny jeans with a more modern blazer that's a little bit oversized. And these have not slowed down for a few years. So if you have some already in your closet, then make sure to pull them back out. And if you had fun with me today, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I hope to see you really soon.